Michelle Obama will not stop whining.
Do you think that that impacts the room that we've made for a woman to be president?
Well, as we saw in this past election, sadly, we ain't ready. That's why I'm like, don't even look at me about running, because you all are lying. You're not ready for a woman. You are not. So don't waste my time. You know, we got a lot of growing up to do.
She's telling us how she really feels. She's not proud of this country. Again, we're not ready for a girl boss. The closest we got to a girl boss was her husband. But she had Barry give the brothers the talk, and they didn't listen. So Michelle just put the country in timeout until you grow up. If we're not ready for Michelle, we're definitely not ready for Kamala. She went back on the road, and this time she upgraded tampon.
Let me be very clear. It's nice to finally meet me. I need you to know, right? This is all for you.
You bring people so much joy, knowing clear-eyed what we're up against, but giving people a way to laugh at themselves and each other and me.
Yeah. We have to, because to be clear, these motherfuckers are crazy.
Kamala 2.0 hits different. She even has new material.
I purposely say information and not facts, because 2 + 2 = 4 every day. That's a fact.
The word salads are getting bigger. The cackling is getting louder. Kamala's showing up to the party and looking around like, where are the white dudes for Harris at?
Generally, they were very anti-normal guys. Like, if you, there's
what do you mean, normal guys?
It's okay.
Are
to
you
be
saying
like,
there's only one way to be a guy?
If that girl's hot, hey, that girl's hot. I want to drink. I want to party. I like frat parties. I like that. That was all bad. Like, and to be honest, it's the white guy, and this sounds, but was the bad guy. Became the bad guy. And there's a lot of white dudes who are like, well, I'm not the bad guy. Like, what are you getting mad at me for?
Kamala wanted a white guy as her husband, but made the rest of us white guys feel like we weren't wanted. Maybe Doug liked being the bad boy, but that's not our thing. Guys are just trying to watch football, and these women are making a scene. That was Governor Kathy Hochul at a Bills bar, blowing bubbles, while guys were just trying to watch the game. If Democrats want to win men back, I'd leave the bubbles at home. The only thing they have is the great white hope, Gavin Newsom. Gavin's jockeying with Kamala like they're back in San Francisco. The only problem? Newsom's still lost in the jungle.
So I'm here in the heart of the Amazon, just walked up 15 stories on top of a data tower. 27 years in the making with sensors and data that is collected and shared all across the United States of America, including in the state of California. But the data they've collected here only underscores the seriousness and severity of neglect and denial as it relates to the issue of climate change.
Oh, it's been day gazillion of Newsom's trip to the Amazon. He swapped his backpack for a hard hat and climbed up to a tower to put his head where it belongs, in the clouds. By the way, do you know how much Newsom's personal photographer makes? $200,000 a year just to take pictures of Newsom's hair in a rainforest. Gavin hasn't had this much fun since he steamrolled Chinese kids in the paint. Maybe someone should tell the governor, don't go native, go home. Southern California is underwater. He should figure out a way to save it, for the next fire. But Newsom's going sightseeing in Rio. Here he is marveling at the Christ of the Redeemer statue. Democrats are hoping Gavin can be their redeemer, but no one's flocking to him. They're flocking away.
I'm kind of in this kind of LA thing, and this I could be guilty of being a victim of like what I'm absorbing in my algorithm, but like Gavin Newsom scares the shit out of me, and I don't want to be a part of it.
You know what else is getting packed into a U-Haul? The Palestinian, Chuck Schumer. AOC's the one behind the wheel, and she's driving them right back to the Gaza Strip.
The stakes are life and death, and that means that we want to make sure that we have Democratic leadership that is strong enough to withstand that. And so I think that's what this conversation is about. And I think we can get there.
Spartacus is ready to go to war, too.
Chuck Schumer's generation, Nancy Pelosi's generation, John Lewis's generation, they have so much to be proud of. It is time, though, for new leadership.
Democrats are writing Chuck's obituary, and he doesn't even know it yet.
The question is, what is the future of Democratic leadership? Who is going to be effective? And most Democrats around the country just don't think that person is Chuck Schumer. I mean, he doesn't inspire confidence. He's not bold. He's out of touch with the grassroots.
Schumer's pulling a Biden. He's barricading himself in the Senate like it's Wilmington.
He's calling you out of touch with the grassroots. Is it fair criticism? Do you envision any leadership change anytime soon?
Look, I am doing what I have done for my whole career. I'm fighting hard to bring Americans' costs down. I'm fighting hard to deliver for New York. I've done that my whole career. I'm going to continue to do that, period.
Biden said he wasn't going anywhere, too. Look what happened. Schumer held the country hostage, and now he's holding his own party hostage. He's like Jordan Belfort. He's not effing leaving. And he's sending out the mod squad out to fight for him. Watch.
Some folks like AOC may think that's nothing. Virginians think it's an awful lot. And second, if the goal was to try to get health care front and center, she was not at the table with the Republicans in the Senate. I don't tell Ro Khanna or AOC or anybody else who you should pick as your House leader, because I got a full-time job being a senator.
Chuck even tried to force the Epstein files out just to keep his name out of other people's mouths. Chuck and Hakeem both know Trump's clean. Schumer lost his base, and now he's lost his hearing.
Why wouldn't they have been released the last 4 years when President Biden was in office?
Well, that's the question every American is asking. Not every American, but so many Americans are asking. What the hell is he hiding?
Trump's not hiding anything. He just said he'll release everything the government has on Epstein.
I do want to say, here's what I want. We have nothing to do with Epstein. The Democrats do. All of his friends were Democrats. You look at this Reid Hoffman, you look at Larry Summers, Bill Clinton, they went to his island all the time, and many others are all Democrats.
Once that resolution passes, the DOJ has 30 days to release everything they have on the dead pedophile. That includes the flight logs, his connections to powerful people, DOJ and FBI investigation files, and information about his 2008 sweetheart deal and his death in federal custody. Now, we're not going to get everything. The DOJ can hold back anything related to national security, which could be a lot because Epstein was likely intelligence, as well as grand jury testimony and anything sealed. Representative Anna Paulina Luna just announced that Bill and Hillary Clinton are refusing to testify in front of the House Oversight Committee investigating Epstein. All of these Democrats screaming about Epstein are suddenly turning into cowards. No wonder men are leaving the Democrat Party. Stephen A. says the party's packed with cowards.
AOC has been invited on the show for 4 months. Gavin Newsom has been invited on this show for longer than that. Chuck Schumer's been invited on this show, hasn't shown up. Where they at? Every single Republican I have asked to show up on this show has either said yes or that they're coming. Not the Dems. Why?
The only Democrat doing any talking is the destroyer. Schiff's getting all hot and bothered. Watch.
I think Mamdani was benefited by being young and handsome, and I'm working on that. He also had a very clear agenda that he stuck to with ruthless discipline, and it was one focused on meeting New Yorkers where they lived, literally. What it takes to pay your rent and get to work and buy food is what I think really resonated.
This commie crush is bad news. Even Bill Maher knows it.
Finally, New World Democrats must recognize that Zohran Mamdani is the future of the party. Unfortunately, it's the Republican Party. Get it? And if you missed his victory speech in last week's mayoral election in New York, don't worry. You'll see it in every attack ad for the next 2 years.
The party of Slick Willie's the party of Commie Mamdani. The Ragin' Cajuns fuming. He wants the opposite of Mondani, Jewish Josh Shapiro.
If John Fetterman is the smartest person in the Democratic Party is in really, really, really deep trouble.
Oh, wow.
Really deep trouble. If I want to listen to somebody from Pennsylvania Democratic Party, I will listen to Governor Josh Shapiro every day, 7 days a week.
Democrats are focused on trans, green scams, and just knifing each other in the back. Carville says you can't ignore it. You have to purge it.
When one part of the coalition becomes destructive to the other parts, then it's time to reconsider your relationship with it. Now, the identity left, which I call it, or you can call it woke, we might just have to affirmatively attack it because it was so stupid and it was so unpopular and no one wanted to use that kind of language, and it was a giant mistake.
But just because the Democrat Party's collapsing, Republicans can't take anything for granted. The American dream for some is still a stretch. And President Trump, after the last election, is really dialed in. He just wrapped up a McDonald's summit.
I'm honored to stand before you as the very first former McDonald's fry cook ever to become president of the United States. As you may have heard, I'm also one of your all-time most loyal customers. You fed us very well, and I even got Bobby Kennedy to eat a Big Mac. And he told me he loved it.
Bidenomics set this country back decades, and the president's launching an all-out push to reverse it.
The word is affordable, and affordable should be our word, not theirs, because the Democrats got up and talked affordability, and they don't say that they had the worst inflation in history, the highest energy prices in history. Everything was the worst.
It's year one, and it's not even Thanksgiving. This Thanksgiving, frozen turkeys are 25% cheaper, 25 cents cheaper per pound than last year. Walmart, Aldi's, Kroger's Thanksgiving, all less expensive than they were last year. Prices are still high, but tariff rebates are just around the corner. For people on Obamacare, he might cut out the middleman, the insurance companies, and you can get a check directly to yourself to handle your own health care.
I've had personal talks with some Democrats. I can't tell you who they are. I just don't want to do that. It's not fair to them. About paying large amounts of dollars back to the people. The insurance companies are making a fortune. Their stock is up over 1,000% over a short period of time. Why don't we just pay this money directly to the people of our country and let them buy their own health insurance?
Trump could be 86ing Obama's legacy. If Obamacare's gone, what happens to his library? That could be one big, beautiful, empty wing. Trump's working so hard, his voice is shot.
Your voice sounds a little rough. Are you feeling all right?
I feel great. I was shouting at people because they were stupid about something having to do with trade in a country, and I straightened it out. But I blew my stack at these people.
Michelle Obama's yelling at you for being too sexist. Trump is yelling at other countries to help you out. Is that the difference between a man and a woman president? Nah, we don't have time to get into all that. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.